afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday. I'm still mixed up with what day it is, on Monday.
A vacation will do that to you.
The week before, and then the Monday holiday.
Yes.
Nice day. Opened the windows last night, get some fresh air in.
I know, it has that little bit of crispness
Just
in the air.
Bit, but summer's not over yet. We'll get to the weather in just a bit. But first, topping our headlines today, much more than donations. Two Madison women want to empower Afghan refugees to feel more at home while here in Wisconsin.
Plus, on the run for 15 years, the FBI's Milwaukee office today added this man to their top 10 most wanted list. We'll tell you why. And a local teacher got quite the surprise this morning. We'll see how she's winning along with her school. Let's take a look outside. Great day today. Get a little tennis in. Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Perfect day for a workout, any kind of workout. You don't get as sweaty.
Pleasant and sunny, also describing Dana Fulton. Who's in the backyard.
It is really nice outside, and for the next few days, it is going to stay pretty nice for us. Right now, partly sunny over Madison. We do have a few clouds in the sky, but that's not blocking out the sunshine. Temperature-wise, really comfortable. Currently in the upper 60s. This time of year, usually in the mid-70s, so we are currently feeling a little more like late September rather than early September. Dew points low 50s, so again, very comfortable outside for this evening. Our Doppler track quiet for southern Wisconsin, but to the north right now, we do have a few light showers, so there's a slight chance areas north of Dane County could see some of those showers holding on, looking closer to Juneau and Adams counties for us over the next few hours this evening. Overnight temps dropping down to the mid to low 50s to start off our Thursday, and tomorrow afternoon we are in the low 70s for afternoon highs. A partly sunny sky, another pleasant day. Again, we hold on to the sunshine and the pleasant temperatures for the next few days, but it is going to get warmer for us for the weekend and likely stay above average next week. So if you've liked the cooler trend, make sure you enjoy it today and tomorrow. As far as traffic conditions, no accidents to report in Dane County. The Beltline actually doesn't look too bad east and westbound for this time of day. For the interstate north and southbound through Rock County right now, no delays. From the Beltline to Janesville, quick 25-minute drive, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sac City. The same goes for downtown to Sun Prairie. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day and the weekend in just a few.
Looking good out there. Thank you, Dana. Nearly 9,000 Afghan refugees are finding shelter at Fort McCoy at last report, and many who arrived have only one change of clothes.
The Department of Defense released these new images yesterday showing Afghan women going through clothes donated by people like you. These are some of the most detailed images to come out of Fort McCoy since the refugees started arriving. Other images show American service members playing with refugee children. Wisconsin, as you can imagine, is a brand new world for the refugees, coming with little but the clothes on their backs.
But groups of volunteers here are doing what they can to make it feel more like home. Madeline O'Neill is live on the near west side to tell us about a fabric drive happening right now. Maddie?
Well, a number of women and volunteers are behind this effort. I want to show you this. They've been filling this car. It is packed with fabrics here, but that's not all. They knew it would be more than enough to fill more than one car, so look over here. This car is filled with fabrics too. This collection all started on Friday, just less than a week ago, when Connie McElroy learned from a friend volunteering at Fort McCoy that women were there sewing with just 2 sewing machines and a little bit of fabric. So they decided to help out, putting out a call for donations and bringing in plenty of fabric and sewing machines for refugees to make clothes they feel comfortable in.
I think it's important because I think people have gone through an incredible ordeal to arrive here, and this is one way to bring some comfort and maybe make this experience feel less intimidating and foreign.
The sewing machine project, based right here in Madison, is donating a number of sewing machines as well, and the women involved in this also raised $8,000. Coming up at 5, we'll talk more about this project and why those behind it say it's so important.
We will see you at 5. Maddie, thank you. Speaking of Afghanistan, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is in Germany, the last stop that many Afghan evacuees will make before moving to America. As many as 65,000 Afghans are expected to arrive in the U.S. by the end of the month. Some Republican lawmakers, including Congressman Andy Biggs of Arizona, are concerned about the vetting process. He sent a letter to DHS demanding more information, saying we need to ensure that these individuals are being properly vetted and do not pose a risk to our communities. President Biden is asking Congress for more than $6 billion in emergency spending to help resettle the refugees in America.
This is an important responsibility of the United States government to help folks right now who are here to find places in the United States.
CBS News has learned the emergency funding request includes a provision that would make the refugees eligible for green cards after only 1 year in America.
In other news, overall, U.S. coronavirus infections this year have surpassed the country's entire case total for last year.
The recent uptick in cases is especially hard for schools. U.S. children account for 26% of last week's new COVID cases.
Anthony Pirro reports from Los Angeles.
We passed the American Rescue Plan. That delivered shots in arms and checks in pockets.
President Biden is preparing to give a major speech Thursday on his administration's next steps to fight the coronavirus pandemic.
His plan, he'll announce tomorrow, 6 steps to stop the spread of Delta and increase vaccinations.
This week, the U.S. surpassed 650,000 COVID deaths, and the CDC predicts as many as 60,000 more people could die over the next 4 weeks.
We have more work to do, and we are still at war with the virus.
As students return to the classroom, more than 250,000 child COVID cases were reported last week. Thousands of students have also had to quarantine due to possible exposure. Here in California, the governor and state legislature are exploring distance learning options for quarantined students. The debate over masks in school continues in Florida. Wednesday, a judge ruled schools can issue mask requirements while Governor Ron DeSantis appeals an earlier court decision that struck down his ban on mask mandates.
Let the parents make the decision that's best for their kids. If you want the mask, do it. If you don't, don't. That's fine.
Macy's announced it will welcome the public back for its annual Thanksgiving Day parade this year. Event participants will have to follow strict COVID protocols, including required vaccination, with few exceptions for medical reasons, and use of face coverings regardless of vaccine status. Anthony Pura, CBS News, Los Angeles.
One of the deadliest nights in the history of France is being relived during the country's biggest criminal trial. In 2015, ISIS terrorists armed with guns and suicide bombs killed 130 people in Paris, targeting bars, restaurants, and the Bataclan concert hall. Up to 1,800 survivors and relatives of victims will testify at the trial. 20 people are on trial, including Salah Abdeslam, the only attacker captured alive. Most were killed or blew themselves up in attacks throughout the city. The trial is expected to last 9 months.
The largest Confederate statue in the United States came down in Richmond, Virginia today. The statue of General Robert E. Lee was seen as a towering symbol of racial injustice. Spectators cheered and snapped photos as the 12-ton statue of Lee was gently lifted from its pedestal in downtown Richmond this morning. The bronze likeness of the South's Civil War leader stood on the city's Monument Avenue for more than 130 years until today.
I think symbols, I think they change over time, and it's important that they're representative of the time they're in.
Tomorrow, crews will remove the plaques from the base of the monument and a time capsule that's believed to be located at the site. For now, the statue will be placed in storage.
Milwaukee police and FBI officers gathered together in Milwaukee today to add one name to the 10 most wanted fugitives in America. The fugitive named Octaviano Juarez Coro. He is wanted for allegedly shooting at his estranged wife, killing 2 individuals and in 2006 at South Shore Park when his victims were enjoying a Memorial Day picnic. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $100,000 for information directly leading to his arrest.
Some people in Madison may see lower utility bills in the future. It's the result of a rate settlement between Madison Gas and Electric and Wisconsin's Citizen Utility Board. MG&E will reduce the flat monthly fee charged to customers. Those customers will need to pay more, though, for the electricity they actually use. But the company will trim some of its fixed monthly fees in the coming years to total $15 per month in 2023. Its current level is $19 a month. MG&E will also expand its smart thermostat pilot program to include low-income customers under the settlement and will stop charging ratepayers for dues to industry organizations. The Public Service Commission now has to approve the settlement.
City of Madison officials gathered today for a groundbreaking to celebrate Phase 1 of the development at Madison Yards. Phase 1 includes a Whole Foods, 273 luxury apartments, office space, some retail space, as well as a central green. When finished, the 21-acre site, West Side site by Hilldale Mall, will be a walkable mixed-use district with 540 residential units, an upscale hotel and medical office, some retail, restaurant, and entertainment uses.
Well, a local teacher won $7,000 from the office supply store Staples to celebrate her amazing job this past year and a half. Sarah Nielsen from Nuestro Mundo Community School in Minota went above and beyond her job as a teacher during the pandemic. She wrote and mailed letters to all of her students, dropped off supplies, books, and materials to students' homes. Sarah also delivered balanced ball chairs to students who preferred different seating during virtual learning and coordinated a pen pal project with a local business to help students feel more connected in their community.
I'm still in shock. I'm just honored to receive this award for our school and to be nominated and to be recognized. It feels really good. I know a lot of teachers work so hard and are so deserving of this, and I just feel so grateful that I was one of the few selected for this.
Her school gets $5,000 and she gets $2,000 for her own personal use. Congratulations to her. Well, still to come at 4, Elvis has left the building, but some of his hair remains.
And one lucky person paid $72 grand for those locks. We'll have that story when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now at 4. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
Ask about our Designer Kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
I learned long ago, if you've got the right tools and a little know-how, you can do it yourself. And no wall of mine's gonna get some dime a dozen paint. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. Premium performance from start to that tough, washable, one-coat finish. It exceeds expectations of what makes great paint. Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
Get 11% off everything, including Pittsburgh Paints and Stains.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Welcome back. The Supreme Court will hold oral arguments in its courtroom beginning next month.
The justices have been working cases via conference calls due to the pandemic for more than a year. The court announced today that justices, lawyers, essential personnel, and journalists will be allowed in the courtroom. The live audio feed that has become a staple for oral arguments during the pandemic will continue. Justices are slated to hear a major Second Amendment case on November 3rd. They will also consider a direct challenge to Roe versus Wade in a case concerning a Mississippi law that bans most abortion after 15 weeks. That case has yet to be scheduled.
Solar energy could play a big role in transitioning the United States power sector to clean energy. That's according to a new study by the Department of Energy. The study released today says that by 2035, solar energy has the potential to power 40% of the nation's electricity, and it could create up to 1 million jobs. Solar currently accounts for about 3% of the country's electricity supply. To make sure the electricity grid is powered by renewables, the nation would have to quadruple its yearly solar capacity addition by 2035.
A group of scientists is advising the world to leave most of the fossil fuels currently in the ground where they are. The researchers say the move will help with climate change. In the report, scientists suggest nearly 60% of the planet's remaining oil and natural gas should stay in the ground until at least 2050. They say the same for 90% of the globe's coal reserves. The researchers believe if we drastically cut fossil fuel production, it could limit global warming enough to avoid climate change's worst consequences.
Bob Odenkirk is back to work on Better Call Saul after a health scare earlier this summer. The actor announced his return on social media today. Odenkirk collapsed from what he called a small heart attack while on the set of the show in July. He's currently filming the show's 6th season in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Odenkirk plays lawyer Saul Goodman on Better Call Saul, which is a prequel to the AMC hit show Breaking Bad.
Well, call it a TikTok takedown. New analysis suggests that TikTok is surpassing YouTube in viewing time per user. The entertainment industry appears to realize that TikTok influencers are, well, influential. One stars in the Netflix hit He's All That, and others are the inspiration for a Hulu show. YouTube might be down, but it is not out for the count. It still has more users than TikTok, and it leads in collective viewing time.
Do you TikTok?
I don't.
I don't either. I never have.
Well, we're missing the party, apparently.
Apparently, yes. Stocks drifted lower on Wall Street as COVID numbers soar. The Dow Industrials fell 68 points for its third straight day of losses. The NASDAQ was off 87. The S&P 500 was down almost 6. Well, it's one thing to keep a lock of someone's hair, but when it's from Elvis Presley, collectors get all shook up over a giant hairball the size of a baseball.
It was originally gathered by Elvis's barber.
The clump just sold at auction for more than $72,000.
Jeannie Mose reports.
This isn't some hairball the cat coughed up. Oh no. This is a hunk of Elvis's hair, a baseball-sized hunk collected not during his most famous haircut.
He lost his hair to the Army.
But said to be gathered by his barber of more than 2 decades, kept in a plastic bag, transferred to a sealed jar, and now sold for $72,500 by Cruise GWS Auctions, with documentation like all of the plane tickets Elvis got for his barber to take him along to performances. The King's Electric Chic Shaver also sold for $3,000.
But it's one for the money.
The big money, just over $1 million, was paid for the so-called eyelet jumpsuit and cape Elvis wore to perform at Madison Square Garden. Elvis's hairball has actually lost value. It sold for over $115,000 the last time it was auctioned off, almost 20 years ago. Back then, there was talk that the DNA in the hair could be used as the basis for a dauntingly complex attempt to clone the legend. But 2 decades later, Elvis is still not in the house. I've covered the bidding for smaller clumps of his hair.
So what's it like to run your hands through Elvis's hair?
It's very exciting, Jeannie. Really exciting.
She described it as coarse, not soft. Whoever bought this latest hairball, you better, as Elvis would say, treat me nice.
Scratch my back and run the old pretty fingers through my hair.
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
What do you think?
That's a lot of money.
Elvis fans, I don't think there's any price limit.
If I had stupid money, I'd buy it for Rob Starbuck. Remember Rob Starbuck? He was such an Elvis fan.
Still is, I think.
He still is, yeah.
Well, still to come at 4, schools in the UK are welcoming students back.
We'll find out what measures they're taking to keep students and teachers COVID safe. That's coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
One of the best ways to protect your biggest investment, your home, is to replace your gutters with a lifetime Leaf Guard gutter system, guaranteed to never clog and warranted forever. My team will give you a free estimate and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Introducing Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. New luxury apartments for seniors 55 plus. Professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Brenna today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
When you replace your gutters with a Leaf Guard gutter system, you're getting peace of mind that your home's foundation is being protected, and you'll never have to climb that ladder again. My team will give you a free estimate, and you'll get a $100 Visa gift card with your order.
Well, take a look at this. Flying kites were on full display in the sky at St. Anne's Kite Festival in England over the weekend. Video shared on social media captured floating creations of all shapes and sizes, such as bears, lizards, and fishes filling the sky over Anne's Beach. The Kite Festival returned to Lancashire after last year's cancellation due to the pandemic. Go fly a kite? Gladly.
Oh, I love that. That's great to see.
I never had good luck flying kites.
Really?
They like spin in a circle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. It's a little bit of a talent.
Well, that's some serious kiting right there. Well, make some time to grab a book or your favorite magazine. It's International Literacy Day.
Communities and organizations worldwide are celebrating the day by focusing on the value and importance of reading. Despite the role literacy plays in society, roughly 775 million people around the world are unable to read. Roughly 2/3 of those who can't read are women. People who want to participate in International Literacy Day can volunteer at a library and read books to children. That's a good idea.
Those are some amazing numbers of people that can't read.
That is amazing.
Yeah. All right, Dana has a read on the weather.
I do.
Looking pretty good.
Overall, yeah, not too bad. We've got some sunshine and some really nice temperatures for us for the next few days. If you're hoping for a little more warm weather, a little more summer, we've also got some good news for you on Saturday. We'll look at the full 10 day right after the break.
Since 1921, Dane County Humane Society has served the community as your local nonprofit animal shelter. You can be a part of our legacy of compassion when you adopt, donate, or volunteer. Learn how at giveshelter.org.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible. So call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So trees, you won't take me down. When allergies attack, take Allegra.
Before your symptoms take over you.
Live your greatness.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
The big jackpot game where the next thing you know, it rolls, it grows, and it draws. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. 3 days a week at lottery retailers across the state. Powerball from the Wisconsin Lottery.
Since 1921, Dane County Humane Society has served the community as your local nonprofit animal shelter. You can be a part of our legacy of compassion when you adopt, donate, or volunteer. Learn how at giveshelter.org.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's pretty nice outside for this evening. Temperatures currently in the upper 60s with a partly sunny sky. A little more cloud coverage starting to build in for us, but dew points still in the low 50s. So again, really nice for us in southern Wisconsin. To the north, we have these light showers. So areas north of Dane County over the next few hours might see a light isolated shower drifting into parts of Juneau and Adams County. But areas south of Madison should stay dry for the evening and everyone will become mostly clear overnight. For the next few days, a little cool outside, mild temperatures. temperatures. Right now we're below average. Tomorrow also expecting those temperatures to be below average. The rest of your work week, we're going to hold on to that sunshine. And of course, by the weekend, if you're a fan of the warmer weather, it is going to return, settling back in for our Saturday. Looking at the rest of this evening, there's that slight chance for an isolated shower, mainly north of the Dells even. It's really trending north for us. Tomorrow morning, with that breeze coming in from the northwest, it is going to be a little cool outside. Overnight low temperatures, low 50s for Dane County, Rock County, and Greene County, but north of the Dells, we could see the mid to upper 40s to start off your Thursday. In the afternoon, high temperatures will be in the low 70s, so still trending below average. That shift in our wind direction, though, for Friday, coming from the southwest, that's going to help us warm up a little bit more for Friday afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 70s for Friday afternoon, and that will carry us into a warm Saturday. And in general, our temperatures trending up a little bit more for next week. Very likely in our 6 to 10 day outlook that we will be trending above average, and that trend really anchors itself in for most of the country in our 8 to 14 day outlook, which starts to move us towards the end of the month already. But we're all really looking at an above average trend for the next few weeks. Also a bit of a drier trend. Next week we do have a few rain chances creeping in, but trending a bit below average for us moving through the rest of September. 73 the high for tomorrow, mid to low 70s for afternoon highs. Partly sunny skies and overall a pretty pleasant day expected for our Thursday. Our breeze about 6 to 12 miles per hour. Sunshine for Friday, partly sunny skies on Saturday. Saturday is going to be warm outside though. High temperatures will be in the mid 80s. Heat index readings will be in the upper 80s or even into the low 90s at times. For Sunday, upper 70s with partly sunny skies. There's a slight chance for a shower on Sunday, but the better chance for showers and thunderstorms really builds in for the start of the work week. Once we get into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have the chance for rain almost every afternoon. High temperatures still above average for us Monday and Tuesday. We drop back a little lower for Wednesday and Thursday, but then that warming trend kicks back up again heading into the next weekend. So we're certainly not putting the bow on summer just yet. We have a lot of warmer days still ahead, a few times where we get to see the 80s again before anything starts to drop back off and cool down for us too much. Even overnight lows staying in the 50s, guys, so it should be pretty comfortable through that 10-day.
Well, autumn's still a couple of weeks off, technically.
Technically. Meteorological fall starting for us, but we'll wait till things really drop off.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Dana. Well, despite the troubling concerns about COVID cases, schools in the UK have reopened for classes.
Nina Dos Santos visits one newly opened school with a raft of new coronavirus measures in place.
At Birchwood High School, just north of London, pupils are happy to be back.
Think about the interface you program on.
IT lessons like these no longer have to be taught online, and waiting in line for the sports hall isn't as tedious as it once seemed.
I'm happy to be back. It's nice to be around everyone again.
It's been really good, especially to be back after having the homeschooling.
Along here you can see slightly narrower corridors, so we've had to use the one-way systems, otherwise there would be a lot of congestion. We've got hand sanitisation pretty much everywhere.
With nearly 9 million children returning to school across England this week, head teachers are doing all they can to contain COVID against a countrywide infection rate much higher than a year ago.
We've retained many of the COVID measures that we had last year, like the one-way systems, the recreational and social bubbles, because the students actually liked them, they preferred them. So offsetting against the relaxations of face masks, so they remain optional.
The success of the UK's vaccination programme for adults has given educators confidence these gates can stay open. But uncertainty over whether 12 to 15-year-olds should be immunised is worrying some parents. And there's concern that measures to ensure proper ventilation of classrooms haven't been adequately funded. Schools have been promised 300,000 air quality monitors. This school alone, with its 1,450 pupils, will need 150 of the devices. It has yet to receive one.
Is the government at the moment doing enough to keep everybody safe in the classroom?
I'm not sure the government is. I think our school is. I think we've continued with a lot of the measures that we'd had before, the one-way systems, the doors open and the cleaning routines that we've had.
Students and teachers are excited to be back, but keeping COVID under control for a school of this size is a balancing act. To ensure everyone's safety, the government is recommending that all staff and pupils at English high schools get tested for COVID twice a week. Here, that's already revealed 9 positive cases. The end of a policy of isolating anyone in contact with a suspected COVID case, rather than just close contacts of confirmed infections, will make a huge difference to Oscar. He doesn't yet know if his exams will be in person this year, but he's still studying for them in the hopes of attending university.
I myself had to self-isolate probably 5 or 6 times. When I'm at school, I'm learning very well, and when I'm at home, I've got so many distractions, and you just lose the will to actually learn.
The lesson those in this school say they've learned is that kids are better off in class.
I do think you just need to get on with it. I think all of us have had enough, but we're still cautious.
Across England, children are now back in school. But without more clarity and advance notice on government policy, it's been difficult for schools to get back to normal. Nina Dos Santos, CNN in Hertfordshire, England.
It's an issue all over the world, not just here. Well, up next at 4, 9/11 left a country with all kinds of physical scars. We'll tell you about the mental effect it had on first responders.
And coming up next hour at 5, our Naomi Coles tells you about the UW Law School's program trying to help those being evicted. That's coming up at 5.
About our designer kids package or free lens upgrade. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Dry eye symptoms keep driving you crazy? Inflammation in your eye might be to blame.
Let's kick Ken's ache and burn into gear.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those drops will probably pass right by me.
Xydra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
What is that? Xydra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xydra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid treatment specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xydra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xydra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts.
Got any room in your eye?
Be proactive about managing your symptoms by talking to your doctor about twice daily Xydra like I did.
I prefer you did it.
Xydra. Not today, dry eye.
Here at TSR, we transform old, cracked concrete floors into beautiful, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here at TSR, we don't just simply coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, repair it, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new floor will last. Our awesome team is here to answer all of your questions before and after the installation. And right now, we are offering 15% off your new floor coating until the end of the year. Visit the website or call that number below for your new floor today.
TSR, one day floor.
Call 1-800-886-8411.
Tonight at 5, what people in our area are doing to make sure Afghan refugees at Fort McCoy feel comfortable and welcome in the Badger State. That story ahead at 5.
Quiet and pleasant weather will continue for Thursday and Friday. We'll get a taste of summer on Saturday with high temperatures climbing into the middle 80s. Our first one forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, a taco festival that's been making headlines across the nation is headed here to Madison. We check in with organizers at Breeze Stevens Field to see if they're concerned.
Satellite a spin, we end up where, Susan?
The gateway to the west.
St. Louis.
That's a beautiful shot. Beautiful day there. Have you ever been up in the arch?
No. I hear it's not very pleasant.
Not highly recommended, but I've done it. It's really cool.
80 degrees there, and it's, I guess, kind of hot in the arch.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Well, 20 years after the September 11th terror attacks, tens of thousands of first responders and survivors and their families are still coping with lasting impacts on their mental health.
Doctors say they continue to see new patients every week who are looking for help.
Michael George sits down with a first responder dealing with physical and mental health issues who hopes others get the help they need.
Stephen Hess was working as an FDNY EMS tech on September 11th. He raced to Lower Manhattan with tens of thousands of first responders.
I was there the day of, but then I spent more time at the landfill in Staten Island. I had a cough almost right away.
The following years, he suffered several devastating health issues, breathing problems, advanced stage lupus, multiple back surgeries, and mental health problems.
It took me 5 years to come to therapy. It was working, but I had long periods of wishing I never woke up in the morning, and then I actually contemplated suicide because between the pain from the lupus, the breathing.
Most of them have post-traumatic stress disorder, but we also see individuals who have major depressive disorder, anxiety disorders.
New patients who have never been treated are still coming in every week, according to Dr. Sandra Lowe, medical director of the World Trade Center Mental Health Program at Mount Sinai. She says 9/11 anniversary reactions are also common.
We started to hear about people having an exacerbation of their symptoms, like more nightmares or feeling more on edge.
The middle of August, I started getting the anxiety and the stress. And even this morning, I was like contemplating canceling this. And then I thought, you know, if this can help one other person.
Hess credits his treatment at the Sinai program as well as his family for their tremendous support. He hopes others reach out for help if they need it. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
I actually have my...
23,000 of more than 80,000 first responders are currently being seen at Mount Sinai's program for their physical and mental health.
Yeah, it's an ongoing problem. Well, the 5th annual Capital Times Idea Fest kicks off next week.
Washington Post associate editor, author, and Madison native David Marinis will join us to tell us what the Idea Fest is all about and how you can attend. That's when Live at 4 continues.
One of our favorite Portage families here at the Portage Furniture Store, the Ayers family, that has grown a little bit since, yeah, he says high five. That's right. Since the last time we were here.
We sure have. Austin and I, proud third-generation owners, and now we're working on our 4th generation. We've seen generations of customers come through, and I think we take a lot of joy in seeing, hey, my parents bought from your dad, or bought from your uncles, or bought from your grandpa, and now Austin and I get to enjoy that ourselves.
How much fun is it on the days you come back into town and the 3 of you are together?
It's very special. Like I said, the longevity from when my dad and uncle started in 1940 to now, very special.
We're very, very proud to showcase predominantly American-made brands and companies that we've worked with for a very long time. We have a number of great lines, including Serta Mattresses, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and England.
And not everyone has the Ayers last name, but everybody here, I know you guys consider family.
Yeah, we really have some wonderful people here, including, 2 salespeople, Rosie and Punky, who have been here with us from the very beginning, and we're really thankful for them.
Yeah, they really make you guys, they're the ones who make you all look good.
Yeah, they are.
No doubt.
And we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, well, he said it. I did. What are some of the biggest things that sets you guys apart?
The free delivery. Yeah.
They still got it. I was wondering.
We do.
Glad to hear it.
And on top of a first-class free delivery service, we're very proud of our huge selection of top-name brand furniture at guaranteed low prices.
Well, with the free delivery, we've got a lot of stops, but I'm glad you're helping me. From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. He's excited.
My heart failure diagnosis changed my priorities. I want time for the people I love. My heart doesn't pump enough blood. so my doctor gave me Farxiga. It helps my heart do its job better. Farxiga helps keep me living life and out of the hospital for heart failure.
Do not take if allergic to Farxiga. Symptoms of a serious allergic reaction include rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. Stop taking and seek medical help right away. Tell your doctor right away if you have red color in urine, or pain while you urinate, or a genital area infection, since a rare but serious genital infection may be life-threatening. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems or are on dialysis. Other serious side effects include dehydration, sudden kidney problems, genital yeast and bacterial infections in women and men, urinary tract infections, and low blood sugar. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
Work time with her? Sounds good to me.
If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Well, right now, no accidents to report in Dane County. Always good news for us. The interstate overall looks okay. A few slowdown spots in the merging points, but no major delays. The Beltline a little slow eastbound. Of course, that's usually what we see this time in the evening. Westbound, not seeing any major delays for us. Downtown Middleton and downtown Madison both look good. Same goes for downtown Janesville, and the interstate still north and southbound. Fairly clear throughout all of Rock County. So you might need the shades for the drive home with the sunshine. Certainly don't need the windshield wiper blades this evening, and thankfully we aren't seeing any major hiccups along the road. From the Beltline to Janesville, about 25 minutes right now. Middleton to Sauk City and downtown to Sun Prairie, close to 16 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
Dana, thank you. No, we don't know why there's a giant Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot behind home plate at the Met Marlins game last night. And more so, we don't know why the breakfast cereal wants to be an umpire. What we do know is that the fans behind the crunchy goodness can't be too happy with the whole situation.
Oh, so that was not intended.
No,
oh, that was gotcha.
Was some fan having fun, apparently. All right, well, Madison's premier annual Thought Festival starts next week.
The Cap Times Idea Fest starts Monday, September 13th, and runs through Saturday, the 18th. The full schedule of speakers is available right now on captimesideafest.com.
Earlier today, we talked with one of them, author and Washington Post associate editor David Marinis.
Well, I think that newspapers are trying to reinvent themselves in various ways and develop what in the advertising world they call brands, but also to extend beyond the printed page because the world is changing so fast. So 5 years ago, Paul Fanlin and others at the Capital Times decided to get into this, which other media organizations had already started. The Texas Tribune has a wonderful Idea Fest, and I think that inspired the Capital Times to go at it and use a Wisconsin flavor for it.
For people who are unaware of what it is, explain how it's going to work this year. You're going to do most of it on Zoom, and what is the purpose of it?
Well, the purpose is to have a vibrant intellectual discussion about the issues of the day. It's going to be, at this point, you know, I mean, in the COVID world, everything is uncertain, right? But at this point, many of the key events are going to be at Shannon Hall at the Union Theater, and they will also be virtual. Some of the guests will be at Shannon, and some will be on a big screen virtually at the same time. And the guests this year are amazing. We have Jane Mayer of The New Yorker, who's sort of the expert on money and dark money and democracy. Juliet Eilperin and Bonnie Jo Mount, who are my colleagues at the Washington Post, won a Pulitzer Prize for their coverage of climate change. They're going to be there talking about the climate on the brink. Sarah Nelson, the great union leader of the flight attendants union, will be one of the key speakers. So it's a broad range of fascinating topics, including many others that are more locally oriented, with the mayor and discussions about Madison's growth and the future of this city and the state.
77 speakers, 26 sessions, 6 days. The theme is reckoning with change. Change on all fronts?
Well, that's the modern world, right? I mean, it seems like every day there's a change, and whether it's frightening or for the better or worse, we're living in tumultuous times. So yes, it will deal, but as I said, everything from change in sports to change in the climate to change in politics to change in our city and state.
Who is your keynote speaker, your main speaker?
I would say the keynote speakers are Phil Rucker and Carol Leonnig of the Washington Post, my colleagues, who've written 2 phenomenal books on the Trump era. And I will be speaking with them on Friday night.
And Dan Balls, is he one of your speakers as well?
Dan is scheduled to come to talk about Wisconsin politics, yes. You know, his son lives in Madison, so it's not as hard for us to get him to come here. Just like it's not hard for me to be here.
Yeah.
He spends summers in Madison most times, which is wonderful. What do you hope people come away with after attending some sessions?
Well, what they'll be listening to are, you know, not just people blabbing away about what they think, but people who actually know the subjects. So I think that it'll be illuminating, that people will actually learn the truth. You know, in this world where there's so much misinformation, I think it's important to find people who are experts on the subject and can speak about it intelligently and illuminate all of our lives.
And this is something the public is invited and encouraged to participate in, right?
Absolutely. It's open to everyone. There's a modest charge because of the expenses of it, but I think it's like $10 for a whole 2 days of events. And of course, many of them can also be watched virtually. As I said, you know, everything is uncertain day to day in terms of COVID, but at this point, it's all going as scheduled.
Let's talk about your other hat. You have a new book coming out.
Well, it'll come out next year, okay. But I just finished it here in Madison, or at least the manuscript. It's a biography of Jim Thorpe, the great athlete. And it, you know, like all of my books, I try to write more than just about, you know, whether it's Vince Lombardi or Roberto Clemente or one of my sports books. It's about so much more than sports. It's my opportunity to write about the Native American experience through Jim Thorpe's phenomenal life. He was the greatest athlete of the first part of the 20th century, a decathlon gold medalist at the Olympics, an All-American football player, the first president of what became the National Football League, and a Major League Baseball player. He could do it all. He was a phenomenal athlete.
I can't wait to read it. Something to look forward to.
Forward to having you back to talk about that at a later date. Have a wonderful event, David. Great to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, David. Thank you both. It's always great talking with you.
Lots of stuff going on. Go to captimesideafest.com for all the information you need.
Yep, and we'll be right back.
Remodel. Don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
Home is where the heart is, and Feldco's here to make home even better. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. Buy one window, get one free now, and let Feldco get your home ready for fall.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Guys, do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Now there's great news. Peak Performance for Men will help you regain your performance and confidence naturally. Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, clinically shown to open up and regrow blood vessels, restoring normal and natural functionability where it counts most. There are no needles, no surgery, and best of all, no pain. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for free, in over $300 value. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
The effects of this tremendous act of terrorism are felt all the way here in Madison. A day no one can forget 20 years later. Former members of the News 3 Now team reflect on the local impact of the 9/11 attacks. Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
Here's a look at our Doppler track right now. Again, southern Wisconsin, nice and dry, but if we look to the north, we are seeing those scattered showers. So areas north of Dane County, mainly Juneau, Adams, Marquette, and Green Lake counties, possibly seeing a shower drifting south over the next hour or two. Otherwise, plan on a pretty quiet night. Skies will become mostly clear. Temperatures will drop to the low 50s for overnight lows. And for tomorrow, we're planning on another cooler afternoon, trending below average in the low 70s. With partly sunny skies for your Thursday.
All right, looking good. Thank you. On the next Live at 4, a special look back at a day in the life of Madison on 9/11.
A group of former reporters here at News 3, who many of you, I'm sure, will remember very well, look back to join us and talk about 20 years ago to a day that changed our lives forever. That's coming up tomorrow.
Your heart is at the heart of everything you do. And if you have heart failure, there's Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
A great night's sleep starts on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Get a Queen Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress for only $67 per month when you use Steinhoffels 60-month special financing. During our Labor Day sale, save up to $700 on all Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. And with free delivery and Steinhoffels 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't make a mistake. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
It's no secret, Robertson is Wisconsin's aesthetic leader, but with results this natural, patients can keep it a secret if they want. Our secret to reducing stubborn body fat, Cool Sculpting Elite, the newest technology available. Book a free consultation to learn how Cool Sculpting is different at Robertson.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
In today's Final Touch, an actress and baker in Moscow is combining bread with art.
She gives ordinary loaves of bread animated faces. If you think this bread is smiling, even winking at you, you might be right. Bread with Portraits, or Bread Portrait, is the brainchild of a 24-year-old actress from Moscow. It started last year when Russia, along with most of the rest of the world, went into lockdown, and bread baking became a popular isolation hobby. But this bread maker decided to merge cooking and art by creating faces on the loaves. Now,